I want to briefly play a clip for you. This maybe is a little bit different than what we typically do, although not really. There's this band called Stained, without an E, Staind, and Stained's lead singer is Aaron Lewis. And I've actually had run-ins with this band because they are from Western Massachusetts, the area where I grew up. As many of you know, I worked at Circuit City in Holyoke, Massachusetts when I was in high school, and the band would often come in to buy, equipment they needed for recording or their home studios or whatever. They were around, they were kind of known entities. And over the last, it hasn't even really been recent, at least 10 years, if not longer, the lead singer, Aaron Lewis, has sort of devolved into some pretty unsophisticated right-wing nuttery. And I was quite shocked to see a clip of him. I guess he's doing performances. This is from just a few days ago, where he was almost in like a conspiracy coma. Just everything he said made no sense whatsoever. And one of the scary things is the crowd is cheering at some of the stuff he's saying. So listen to this. This is really, really bad.
You know, as up as it sounds, maybe we should listen to what Vladimir Putin is saying.
Now, why are people cheering about that? Yes, cheer to listen to Putin. What?
Maybe, just maybe, when Klaus Schwab and George Soros and every other dirty, earth-destroying motherfucker.
So he's listing Jewish men and calling them dirty. And I know it's not overtly anti-Semitic, but when you start talking deep state and conspiracies and you start naming Jewish men and start using the adjective dirty, it's either anti-Semitic or it comes from an anti-Semitic framework. And we know that to be the case with frequency.
Jumps on the same bandwagon. Maybe, just maybe, we should take a good look at that. Why are they trying to protect Ukraine so much?
Because Putin is invading it for absolutely no legitimate reason, would be a start.
What do they all have to lose? It's all bullshit.
So a very pro-Putin crowd at Aaron Lewis's acoustic show.
It's all bullshit. Have you seen the pictures with wooden guns and all the bodies in body bags laying in the background, and all of a sudden one of the bodies starts moving and sits up and fixes his body bag while the person that's the reporter is reporting?
He barely has any idea what he's talking about, but he is repeating some conspiracy theories that have been floating around.
People, if you haven't seen that, you better start looking elsewhere. If you haven't seen Vladimir Putin actually say that he's fighting the deep state right now, which is the same people we're fighting, which is the same people everywhere on the face of this earth that people are fighting.
We're all united against the deep state. So, many of you know that one of the really common things that the right likes to do with athletes and entertainers is when you don't like their politics, right? When it's LeBron James or Colin Kaepernick or John Bon Jovi or I'm trying to think what other, but Bruce Springsteen. When you don't like their politics, it's shut up and dribble. Shut up and sing and play guitar. I didn't pay for you to give me your political views or whatever. But when they like the substance, it's, whoa, wait a second. We can't suppress the free speech of these people. Even saying you respect their right to say it, but you don't agree, that's a suppression on speech. Now, as I've said before, I try to have a consistent view on this. And my view is anyone who has a platform of any kind, even if it's because you're good at a sport or because you're good at singing or because you're in movies, whatever. If you have a platform, you have every right to use that platform however the hell you want. And others can decide on that basis whether they want to give you their money. If you are an athlete and you want to talk about politics, have at it. I 100% support people doing that. If I don't like what you say, maybe I choose not to go to your games, right? It's just my choice. And maybe if I do like what you say, I choose to go. Steve Nash, former basketball player, I believe he's now a coach, Canadian, and would often comment on politics. And people would say, oh, he shouldn't be talking. No, let him say don't go to the games. Don't go to the games if you don't like him. Bruce Springsteen, known for his little kind of political raps to the crowd in between songs. If you don't like it, don't go. It's that simple. Green Day, a band I liked growing up, would often make, in the Bush era, anti-war, anti-Iraq war statements. You bought a ticket. During the concert, you may see melodies played that you do or don't like. You may hear lyrics that you like or don't like. And you may hear political statements that you like or don't like. Use all of that to make a decision as to whether you want to give your $45 or whatever it was at the time to Green Day. And that's absolutely fine. But these blanket statements, shut up and dribble, play guitar, or don't, it's sort of like when information is leaked. And both Democrats and Republicans do this. When you have a leak of information, often elected officials, if they like the substance, they'll only talk about the substance and not how it was obtained. And if they don't like the substance, they'll ignore the substance, but talk about, wow, this really shouldn't have been released. It's a similar thing with a lot of these right wingers on the athletes, celebrities, and musicians commenting on politics. I say whatever you want. I'll decide whether I want to patronize your business or not. And it's that simple.